Morning. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so I want to be able to show you some electric filing skills. One of the, I would say, most necessary skills that every professional needs to have is they have to be able to remove the shape and then take down the acrylic so that if they have to rebuild it, they'll know exactly what to do. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the nail that I sculpted yesterday. This was a square tip, right? So since it is sculptured and there is no plastic underneath, if I was to remove this, the easiest way to be able to do that is to take your toenail clipper and literally snap it off, right? So I'm going to be able to take that down really, really fast. It is the easiest way for you to take off that much bulk so that all you have to do is file right here. Now, what I want to be able to do is I need to take down most of the bulk within, I would say, this area right here. Okay, so if I just go ahead and mark this up, okay? So what I want to be able to do is I have to be able to file in one direction, right? So I'm going to draw an arrow, right? So I need to be pulling this way, correct? I don't want to be going, if this was the nail, right? I don't want to be going sideways. I want to be able to, this is the nail, I want to be able to be pulling in this direction towards myself, okay? So how do I do that? So what I'm going to do is I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be working in forward. I'm going to run my electric file around 12,000 RPMs. I'm going to go ahead and run it in forward. Now, the positioning of my fingers, right, is like this, right? So I'm literally here, right? Okay, so what I want to be able to do, I'm going to show you, is if I'm running it, if I'm holding it like this, where I'm able to run zone 3, zone 3 is going to be this part of the barrel, zone 2 is going to be the center of the barrel, zone 1 is going to be the front of the barrel, right? Zone 3, zone 2, zone 1. And then working down the nail, this is zone 3, this is zone 2, this is zone 1. So I want to be able to match that up. Zone 3, zone 2, zone 1, right? Zone 3, zone 2, zone 1, right? And what I'm able to do is I'm able to move, right? I'm moving in one direction. So you can see if I'm going like this, there's always the chance that the barrel is going to slip around the finger. If you're moving in one direction, then you don't have to worry about that. All right, so let me just get a little bit higher so that you guys can see. So it's the same thing. I want to be able to work in one direction, and I'm constantly moving so that no one is going to feel any sort of heat that's built up, right? Because I'm not staying in one position and going, I'm not holding the barrel in one spot and I'm letting it rip. What I'm doing is I'm moving, right? Putting pressure. You can see I'm stabilizing, right? I'm stabilizing the hand as I am working in one position all the way down. Now, for those of you guys who have colored acrylic that's built up and you need to take all this down, let's say that you needed to take colored acrylic off the nail. If I was now to soak off this amount of acrylic, this area right here within 10 minutes would be soft enough where I would be able to literally come in and then start feathering it away, right? So that is definitely the only time I would say, yeah, use it, right? But you can see how close I could get down to the natural nail, right? Like, look at how much bulk I was actually able to reduce. That's huge. And I think that a lot of people, when they're starting, they don't understand that, like, in order to make your job easier, you're not going to hand file it away. There's just no way that you're going to be able to do that. It's like physically going to wreck your wrists, your hands, your shoulders, your back. I mean, everything you can possibly imagine. You don't want that to happen, right? Excuse me. But if you are focusing again and pulling the electric file in one direction towards yourself, right, this way, let's go ahead and get back to this. All right. So if it's, if you snap that off and then you're working, right, I'm like literally that direction, right, with your barrel. So I'm in here, right, and then I'm working zone 3, zone 2, zone 1, and I'm not coming straight. I have my hand positioned because I'm in an overgrip position. A lot of times your customer's hands are going to be off to the side like this. So if they are like that, then what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to work it this way. Okay, that's really going to be the fastest way to get most of the acrylic down. Now, if you have it to this point and you needed to feather off the rest of that acrylic, then what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to use a feathering motion. So I'd reduce it to, I'd say about 9,000 RPMs, and you can see by using a feathering motion, right, starting to get thinner. I'm not digging, I'm feathering away, right? Feathering away. This is a great way to practice your really, really gentle touch as you're trying to get as close to the natural nail without scarring the natural nail at all, right? So if I laid down white yesterday and I'm like, okay, what I'm going to try to do is, let's see if I could feather away the acrylic without scarring the plastic at all. Like, you can see how well I'm actually able to move. This is never going to be an uncomfortable This is never going to be uncomfortable for the client because I'm not digging. What I'm doing is I'm just lightly feathering, right? That right there is thin enough. Even though there's a little bit of white residue around that area, you're able to see how clean I'm actually able to get the surface of that nail. And that's what it really comes down to, right? I really wanted to focus on this today because, as you guys, building electric filing skills is not just about building shape. In order for you to be successful in the salon, it's not about doing full sets. It's about maintenance. Your customers are going to be coming back every 2 to 3 weeks. What are you going to do, right, to make it faster for you to reapply and finish the nails? Well, it depends on what kind of designs you're slapping on. Depends on what you're actually putting on the set or what you're expecting, right, from the last set that you put on. If you have all these crazy colors, that you've faded onto the natural nail and the customer comes, it took you 3 hours to do, customer comes back, and you're like, oh my God, this is gonna take me like an hour to take down and reapply. Look, the goal is to try to get you from that hour to maybe 30 minutes. So if it takes 30 minutes for you to kind of take it down, you don't have to rush it. It's a matter of taking it down so that there's no uncomfortable feeling. You don't want to burn your client. You want them to chill out, relax. And that's what it comes down to. I wanted to focus on this because I find it very important as an electric filing skill to be able to take down acrylic, but you have to know exactly what tool to use to remove the free edge, what technique you need to feather it. And at the end of the day, one of the most important skills in order for you to be successful in the salon is building the right technique so that your maintenance is faster. And that's what it comes down to. All right. Really, really appreciate you guys tuning in this morning. Today wasn't a long day. Just wanted to focus on that skill. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Look forward to it. Oh, one more thing. Go ahead and get a hold of Ray Bracamontes, right? So I have a gel class on Monday. For those of you guys that are interested in that gel class, Ray Bracamontes, the man, the myth, the education coordinator. I'm gonna go ahead and pin his name. Boom. Again, right? Hit them up. All right, have a good weekend. See you Monday. Peace.